We have to sing it because we can't use the actual song because it'll get canceled. Whoa, paradise. No, we ain't feeling Coldplay. We want to go ahead and get into Paradise. I was trying to hold off on it.
Did you watch it?
I do watch it. And
did you really?
I did watch
it. Are you lying?
Are you like all caught up though?
I'm caught up.
No, he's not. Look at his face. Look at his face.
I'm caught up, bro. What do you mean? I'm caught up.
Okay, so quiz. If you're caught up,
what
was the last credit? What was the last ending credit scene? If you're caught up,
there's they have end credit scenes in Paradise. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yo, you almost got me. I was like, what?
Yo, he was bugging. Did you see him? He was like, wait a minute. What the?
I was like, I wasn't up on that. All right, guys, it's time to get caught up. You want to see an old little? I made this thing like 4 years ago, and I used it for another show I was working for a second. It's so cheesy. When I look at it, I'm like, I can't believe I put that out there, but it did happen. So anyway, we are going to catch up on Paradise right now. So for those of y'all who haven't seen it, quick spoiler alert for those who have not, but we finna go ahead and get on into it. So yeah, man. And since we haven't really talked about it at length, I figure we can go ahead and at least maybe give a little bit of a clue into what it is about. So check it out. Oh yeah, looks like Fernando is ready for the Paradise talk. So let's not keep Fernando waiting. He really wants to talk about this. So
what are your takes on the show? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Is it thumbs up, thumbs down? Like I want to know first off, because we made you watch this. It wasn't like it was your choice. We made you catch up and watch this. So did you even enjoy it? Let's talk about that.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you asked. I have answers.
Okay. Man, he paused real long.
I wish we had clips of him hating on it last week, but go ahead. Come on.
Okay. So
tell him what you told me. Tell him what you told me.
What'd you tell Anthony?
All right. I told Anthony I'm sold. All right. That this last episode.
Hold on. Sorry. I don't speak Spanish. Could you in English louder and slowly, a little closer to your mic, so that I can. Sorry, what?
Pero no estaban hablando en español, estaban hablando en inglés. Entonces debes entenderme, pero no hay problema. Si es necesario hablar en español o inglés es mejor. No hay problema. Entonces yo dijo que ahora, now. I'm sold now because the show was actually interesting for the whole entire duration of the show. There were no lulls. It was high heat from start to finish. It was jam action packed. They brought us up to speed. They got us back good to go. We got to vibe with the fam. We saw what happened with the wife. We saw what it is that led them to be in that dystopian place that they're in. It all made sense. So yes, I loved it. I loved this episode. It brought me to the yard, and I get it. I mean, it makes more sense. I'm not gonna lie. I see why everybody was digging it before, and I may have been a little late to the party. That happens to me sometimes. Let's go down the list. Yes, remember our first 2 episodes of WandaVision? Me and Ty hated that shit. By episode 9, I was like, this is the best show I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and you know what else is on that list too, by the way? The Bad Batch.
Who
the fuck was
God.
like,
oh yeah,
yes,
that first
have you seen it? Oh my God,
yes.
it's so much better. Yeah,
okay, calm down, because you didn't even finish it. Like I refuse to listen to you lecture me, and you didn't even finish the show you put me on. So until you finish that show, cuidado, por favor. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but you're right.
Going on.
You're 100% right though. First season of Bad Batch was meh, but second season was like, and then third season, oh my God, like they brought in. Okay, we're getting diverted. All right, Paradise is dope. Okay, so allow me to, if it's okay, since I did get a chance to check it out, can we just kind of bring folks up to speed who may not necessarily be into it? Let's just go ahead and sell it. Okay, all right, yo, I'm mad that you're paying so much attention, Darth. All right, I need you to kind of like take a dummy and calm down. All right, yeah, all right.
Damn, the comment section calling you out, Vince.
Sí,
that's
es verdad.
great.
Sí,
Thank
puedo
you,
hablar.
Darth.
Sí,
Thank
porque
you.
vivo en Florida y toda la gente aquí solamente habla español. Entonces, si quieren más negocios, es necesario aprender la lengua. Es muy mejor para
He's
su
like, all right, we're done with the
gente
Spanish. Let's move on.
All right, lo siento. Es mi primera lengua, lo siento. All right, hey, Nolly, what's going on? We got Lisa on the YouTubes. Believe that? Yes, believe it. She's boldly on the Facebook.
No, she switched.
Are we canceled on
That's
Facebook?
love. That's all
That's
love,
cool.
Lisa.
That's cool. All right, so let's get into it. So, Paradise is centered around the Anthony. You the movie blog guy, man. Can you help us out, man? Can you kind of?
I'm sorry. I'm not the one who just binged it in the past week. I thought it was fresh on your mind.
All right. I'll try. I just don't want to not do it justice. Okay, so if I start taking away the justice of it, make sure y'all put me in my place.
Go for it.
I'm gonna try. All right. So Paradise. I cannot. I'm not so. I don't love this. All right. Paradise is about a guy named, what's his name?
Xavier.
All right. Is Secret Service. All right. And he gets, I guess, recruited to Secret Serve the president. That sounds
the president's
right.
detail.
Like
yes. Keep going.
The
president's detail. All right. See, I told you I was good. All right. So thank you. So when this happens, one of the first things that happens is they wheel him into the Oval Office, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, the world gonna die. We just don't know when, but we ready." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, the world is gonna blow up or some shit. We know it's gonna happen. We just don't know when." He's like, all right." Time goes by, and the shit actually happens. The world starts blowing up, but they don't tell you how or why in the first like 5 or 6 episodes. You just know that some shit happened and it fucked up the whole world. All right. And so they move into a mountain. I guess evidently there was a plan to build a bunker in a mountain in Colorado. Now they move out there, but one of the first things that happens, and once again, I got to reiterate, spoiler alert, because we are going to give away key moments here. But when they go to this mountain, they learn that unfortunately, the mother, or Xavier, played by Sterling K. Brown's wife, did not make it to the mountain. And so this sucks, right? So you're kind of starting off with that vibe. Another thing, spoiler alert. The president ends up dead on the dance floor.
Yeah,
Tag me in.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see. I know my limits. I don't know. I told you I don't let me do it.
You did great.
I did not. I worked it up. I'm so stupid.
No, you did great.
Somebody please take the wheel, man, because I'm butchering it, man. Somebody please.
I'm gonna try.
Yes, does the breakdowns.
Oh, she does do the breakdowns.
Okay, all right, I'll do it.
What's up, man? Can we get a Yaz breakdown?
Okay. I got you.
Okay. All right, let's do it. All right, everybody. We getting us a Yaz breakdown. Get yourself ready, folks. These are the best ones. And yes, we give it to you right. Go ahead, Yaz.
All right, so basically where Vince picked up is, we're in an underground bunker in the middle of Colorado somewhere. We don't really know where because it's in a mountain. And basically only 25,000 people got to be able to live inside of this community that's in the mountain. So we literally had people in the president's detail picking and choosing who is going to get to survive when this catastrophe finally hits. And it hits. And Mr. Collins, which is Xavier's last name, Xavier Collins, his wife, Terry Roger Collins, she is actually a scientist, and she goes into Atlanta. She's completely away from the family when everything goes crazy at the White House, and basically the whole country is like, going to shit, and they're evacuating. Well, this whole show is basically kind of giving you like, you know, the vibes of how the underground bunker and life in there is like. It's not so different from the outside world, except for we don't have sun. We have lights and we have computers that basically control the sky and, you know, give us different moods and, you know, daylight to night. But we're still technically in a bunker and we're just trying to have life, you know, back to civilization, you know, as it used to be. So this whole show is kind of walking through, you know, your life in the bunker. But the first episode takes place of us finding out that the president died. Someone murdered him in his house. And who was it? How? And there's an iPad that we're all looking for because it has secret information basically before the world ended and up to right now on that iPad that has information that the government, new government, which is Sinatra, which is a key role, which is a person that you find out is a mother, and she turns into a crazy bad bitch. I'm not gonna lie. Sinatra's she's one of them gangster villains. Like she's the James Bond villain. She hides in the background, sends the assassins, and you find out really quickly how she went from being a normal person to becoming the head of an entire silo, basically, and, you know, controlling the government inside the silo. And Xavier is trying to figure out what exactly happened when the president was murdered, who did it, who knows about it, who's involved in it, and if he can even trust anybody that's on premise right now in the detail. So literally the first episode is crazy. It's a strap your seat in, get ready, because what takes place is jaw-dropping. When the president dies, obviously we only have so much time before we can report it, and Xavier tries to get all of his information before he reports it, and that is a big mistake on Xavier's part. But you have to do something in what little time you have to try and get what evidence you can when you know that everyone around you is corrupt. And Xavier is just trying to find out, technically, who killed his boss, and how the fuck did the secret detail that's downstairs that's been guarding the door not know about this? We also find out that the head of the entire secret detail, well, she has a little late night excursions with the president. You know, she's the love affair that no one talks about. But we all know she shows up at late at night, and we get to find out that she was there the night the president gets murdered. But she left before that happened, so who's involved? As this episode and this series gets more and more in depth, we find out that there's only certain people that you can trust, because Xavier gets put off of leave because of, you know, hiding that the president was basically dead, you know, from everybody. You know, let's shut down the house for 30 minutes. That was crazy. Everyone's like, why are we shutting down the house? Well, we're not telling anybody. What the fuck is going on, Xavier? Well, his boss is this lady right here, and this is the lady that's having the affair with the president. And guess what? Her earrings were still in the room next to the wine glasses. How's she not connected? Well, shit gets even more crazy as we keep going on, because basically Xavier is finding out his circle has definitely been, how do I say, compromised. He don't know if he can trust his best friend and his ally, which is definitely not a good feel when you find out that your boss, aka the president, has been murdered, and Sinatra and the whole government is covering up and saying that he died of natural causes. And guess what? We're just going to go on as normal. We're going to throw a carnival, in the president's honor, and, everything's just going to be okay. We're going to do the carnival before the funeral. That way we can kind of get some peace and, some, reassurance with all the, the people in the colony and the silo, and we're going to go on from there. That's what the government thinks. But Xavier's like, fuck this. I'm about to figure out what's really going on. Who the fuck killed Cal, the president? Why did he die? And who is all involved in this conspiracy? Well, as you watch, you definitely need to keep paying attention, because key elements happen. And as Vince was explaining earlier, we get to find out what the fuck happened with the world and why we ended up in a fucking silo with only 25,000 people. What happened to the rest of the world? Are they still alive? Did we send anyone to figure this shit out? Well, we find out that, you know what? We got questions, and Cal is he's the president now, so he can make a decision to send some people down and figure out if the world is still alive or not. What the fuck is going on outside? Because basically he pulled some James Bond type shit and, he kind of saved the world at the last minute. But we get to find that out in the last episode. And I'm not going to spoil it just yet for you because it's fucking awesome and you have to see this shit for yourself. The president does some fucking yo, Sinatra, fuck you. I'm the president. I'm going to do this shit. I got codes. I got other codes. Yo, fuck you. Then he sends the Secret Service in to fucking tells her, if this bitch moves, shoot the bitch. Hell yeah. It was some gangster shit. I'm not going to lie. I got respect for this president. I'm just saying. But as we keep going on, we definitely see that, Sinatra, she is a cunning fucking bitch. And she ends up basically, chopping down Xavier's corner and kind of cornering him into a point where he's like, all right, I'm going to fight back. And guess what, bitch? My wife literally says, if you make enough noise, you could literally change and start a chain reaction. But also, you should be fucking scared the day I fight back. Because I'm a passive man. Well, Xavier fought the fuck back against Sinatra, and guess what? Yo, the fucking sky had fucking words in the shit. What? I'm sorry, but dude just took over the whole colony. It was like, yo, bitch, fuck your fake sky. They lying to us. Fuck the government. So while the whole city is stirring, from Bradford's son, him and Mr. Collins' daughter, they started, getting a little close, and they're like, you know what? I'm about to spill some secrets, but I need to get into the iPad because I found the iPad. I'm not going to tell you who found the iPad because that shit is like pinnacle. But the kids had the iPad that's missing from the president, and they figure out how to get it open. And guess fucking what? Whew! I pray these next few episodes, we see some fucking cutthroat shit go down with fucking Sinatra because that bitch, she is every time I see her, she's a fucking Terminator, like in human form. Like this is how they made the Terminators. They came from us. We made them. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to have the structure to make it. That bitch is the fucking Terminator. She's just not metal yet. Okay, that's all I have to say. But sorry, I got off topic real quick. Sinatra rant real quick. Sorry. Anyway, this fucking show is not only entertaining, it's not only completely fucking mind-blowing, but it literally keeps you so enthralled with the entertainment, with the story. The plot is amazing. The acting is fucking amazing. This is one of the best shows out there right now. Like, and especially political type, you know what I'm saying, with government and everything going on. This is one of the best because it breaks down just how corrupt some shit is, and we don't even notice it because we're just trying to live a very sheltered life. And it's showing that when people fight back, what can happen and consequences happen in this show. And I'm literally on the edge of my fucking seat waiting to see where the next consequence leaves Mr. Collins.